and thank you, producer extraordinary.
Yeah, Todd, you let us know when it's time. And
I think Dyer told me it was time.
oh, it's time? Okay. Yeah. Awesome.
Good.
I just don't be late.
Because you're probably going to face them.
Right?
Yeah,
Okay.
So,
right there.
because it's a shotgun, it's only going to pick up what's in front of it.
Right.
So just so you know, if you move your head to turn to them, your sound is probably going to drop.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Mike Discipline, boys. Mike Discipline.
Just think
So-
of me.
I don't know how well we're seeing on the live.
I don't know. Oh, right there, live stream.
On,
Oh, yeah.
my goodness! Hello, everybody.
I can't see Charles on that there.
Well, do I need to move a little bit? All right.
I think we're all in there.
You can see
I'm
me.
on the edge.
I got a cushy corner over here.
Get a little closer. Now
We're
don't be
here
shy.
at the SummerCon 2023 in the podcast lounge provided by Northwest Nerd
Yes,
Podcast.
thank you, Northwest Nerd Podcast.
Thank you very much, Northwest Nerd. Yeah.
That's great. And
Very
we
professional.
are.
I mean, this guy's
I'm
a real.
I'm digging the setup, aren't you?
Oh yeah, no, it's the real deal. It's the real deal.
But I'm not sure how well the people on the live stream can hear us, but
Probably not at all if you're not plugged in.
But they just want to look at our faces anyway.
Well.
That's why they paid the big money.
Yeah, but this is cool. I really dig the setup. He's got it set up kind of like a like an 80s basement like game
The
room.
80s basement game room I always wanted.
Yeah,
Right?
they never
Here.
got. Right.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
the TV over. I don't know, the video can't see it, but there's a TV over here with an old TV, an old CRT with a real NES with games on
Yeah,
it.
I heard they pulled that out of a dumpster or something.
Arkanoid, yeah.
Awesome.
No, it's great.
It's, so far, how are you guys? Do you like the con? You guys want
Jeez,
to
I
do this
think
again
it's
next year?
gangbusters. Yeah, no, it's there's way more human beings here than I thought there was going to be.
Yeah.
It's packed. It's packed. It's
Yeah,
wonderful.
I think if we do this again next year, maybe we should come on Friday because Friday was a lot quieter as far as people.
Yeah, but I mean,
But then you don't get the fever
the-
pitch
yes,
that
the ambiance.
it is today.
Yeah. But we're in the gaming section of Washington State SummerCon, and there's lots of games
it's
to
amazing.
be had. There's another lounge here that has 2 PS5s where people are playing video games. Looks like there's Madden and the NBA Final or whatever playing over there.
Yeah, is this like a bunch of competition stuff going on right here?
Yeah, and that's what's happening over there. I think.
Is that Street Fighter 6? What is it?
They're
Chun-Li
doing,
wins. I
They're
knew
doing
it.
Street Fighter.
Close personal friend of mine.
Is he?
Chun-Li? Yeah, no.
We saw one of the characters. At least I saw her earlier. She was standing over by the giant howitzer or whatever that thing was.
Yeah.
That big gun.
Yeah, a lot of great costumes here, a lot of great cosplayers here. Liking a lot. Todd, I'm a little disappointed you're not in your Ghostbusters.
I did that yesterday because I figured it'd be a lot less people and I wouldn't be bumping into things.
Yeah.
I did see like 3 different Ghostbusters today, so
Yeah.
I'm kind of wishing I had actually brought the suit.
Yeah, you guys could have got together and taken down Slimer. Or something.
And the fellow we just saw who said he got his or a piece of his equipment from HasLab.
Not that. Hasbro did a thing called they did a crowdfunding thing a year and a half ago, 2 years ago.
Okay.
For people who want like a screen accurate, full size proton pack, and it was called HasLab, and it's HASLAB.
Sure.
And which is different than the guy we had on the podcast.
Well, that's where I was going with that. Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's his name, right? So it's like
He is
HAA.
Yo, how's everybody doing? What? And he is HAA.
Fine until the interruption, pal.
That would be Emilio right now.
Oh, hi, Emilio. Do it.
I want to thank everybody for coming here. I want to thank Tempest Streaming.
I'm pretty sure that's Emilio. It might be somebody else.
All the crew, we took us like 2 days to build this. Thank you guys. We got Todd, we got myself.
Not me, a different Todd.
Well, no, that
But yeah, this is like my 3rd time coming to this convention.
Okay.
And it's gotten bigger the last 3 years.
Okay, like noticeably.
And this was the toy expo before this, right?
Yeah, it evolved from that. It was like a game and toy show, and then
I think I've been to 1 or 2 of those.
They started getting celebrity guests. Like Ming has been coming to this since day one.
Yeah.
And I think Jason Mewes came a couple times.
Right on.
And then the other comic book men were also here, I think 3 or 4 years ago.
Nice.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah, it's a good layout. A lot of outside space, a lot of indoor space. So,
have you guys been to like Emerald City at all? Emerald City Comic Con?
Oh, sure.
it's been years.
Yeah.
But I mean, I like this one more compared to Emerald City, just because everything's easy to find. You're not having to go like 4 or 5 different floors to find stuff.
I like that it's broken up into separate buildings
together, which is nice.
Yeah.
So
it's nice. Yeah, because like they have the game building, and they have and some of the other ones, because I got to go to Chicago and Anaheim and such, and those are gigantic convention centers where it's one building, like you say, multiple stories, or just a vast. I mean, it's huge. So, but this way, you can kind of, since it's compartmentalized to some degree, you can kind of go where you want to go.
Yeah, if you want to see like the comic book artists, there's a whole section that's just artists. If you want to see like the 501st and all the other Star Wars groups, they're all in one section.
Yeah.
And I think this year's the first year they've done this gaming section. I don't remember this being here last year. The streaming stuff was over by where we saw Ming today.
Right.
Where the streaming stuff was last year. But
a lot of fun celebrities here too.
Yeah.
And speaking of Ming Chen, and then you went and had your picture.
Yeah, you're hanging out
I got my picture taken with Barry Bostwick, which was kind of cool.
Yeah, you can't.
I was like, man, I remember like 15, 20 years ago telling people about Megaforce, and nobody knew what I was talking about.
Yeah.
And then a few years ago, it was made available on digital, and I bought it because it's a great movie.
Yeah.
I have fond memories of it. I watch it now, and it's kind of,
I don't know that I've seen it.
No, I've never seen it. No, I think we'd remember if we had.
Yeah.
It is amazingly bad. Think of like the A-Team with skin-tight like spandex.
Oh, no, it's
nice.
great.
Yeah.
And the scene that we saw, I don't know if it was a trailer or like you say, it was a documentary of the making of the film or of the film.
Yeah, you see Barry Bostwick wearing like a gold spandex outfit with his
that's awesome.
with the zipper down to his belly button so you could see his chest.
What was the enemy in Megaforce? What were they battling?
It was some nondescript
terrorist country.
Just non-existent country. And you'll recognize the bad guy. I don't remember the guy's name, but he's a very recognizable actor.
Yeah. It's like Pakistan or something.
Yeah, some random, like, it was supposed to be some, like, Middle Eastern or, like, Asian country.
Something. Whoever we were mad at the time.
Yeah. But, was it the kind of movie where nobody dies in it? Like the
A-Team? Lots of explosions, lots of...
people flying through the air.
Yeah, it was 1982 when that movie came out, so yeah, there was lots of explosions, gunfire, but nobody gets killed. From what I recall, I have to rewatch it again. I haven't watched it in like 4 years.
But I do, they showed a scene where there's somebody riding one of their cool post-apocalyptic motorbikes in a wheelie. Like, so riding wheelies.
That was Barry doing that, yeah.
Was it really Barry?
Well,
it might have been a stunt
double. Because what I really like is then the minute the bike stops, it's a cut scene, and you see Barry like whip the helmet off and whip his hair.
and his feathered hair.
So his scene,
he does have nice hair, man.
And what's great is remember those headbands that were woven?
Yeah,
they were like the
braided ones.
The braided ones.
Yeah,
he wore one of those, I think.
Oh, awesome!
Oh man,
awesome.
So
this is the era of Battlestar Galactica, the first show.
The outfits were very much in the vein of the original Battlestar Galactica from 1970.
Xanadu, yeah.
Oh my God, Xanadu, yes.
Logan's Run.
Love that movie. Man, they're kicking some ass over there on Street Fighter. I don't know if the mics are picking that up or not, but that's really loud. But yeah, so. I don't know. I was kind of feeling a little bit of imposter syndrome early this morning. Like, not really like, am I really a podcaster? Am I really going to be doing this today?
Well, yes,
but once I got here, I started feeling better about it. And,
right on.
We've been having fun. We've seen lots of cool stuff. I tried to get Mike to stand in line with me for Barry Bostwick.
And I did for a minute, but I wasn't going to throw money at him, so I felt bad.
You know what?
He's there to make money.
I look at it like this. You know, a lot of people will spend money, and I stood in line for a good 30 minutes to say hi to Tara Strong yesterday.
Right on.
But I think if it hadn't been at the end of the day, she wouldn't have rushed me out of there.
Oh, sure.
You know,
Has it a show that they had the Z Nation actor Doc, and he was trying to sell like little pens, autograph pens that were zombie fists or something. And I didn't stand in line. I just waited till it was empty over there and wandered over and said, hey man, love the show. And then he's like, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not spending money today.
And if you go up to like the person who takes the money and say, hey, I just want to say hi, I don't have any cash on me or whatever it is, like, oh yeah, no problem.
Just pay him a compliment. Sure. Yeah.
You know, and a lot of them are really cool. They'll talk to you for a couple minutes.
Yeah, I saw what's the kid that voices Miles, Spider-Man?
In the Spider-Man game,
yeah. God, that kid looks so nice. I can't remember his name now. Damn it, I had it.
It's
Najid or something.
I wouldn't be able to pronounce it if I saw it.
Yeah, but he seems super smiley. He was engaging. It was just great. How was Barry?
He was really nice. He seemed.
Yeah.
I mean,
he seemed a little out of it. Maybe.
He looks like he may have gone out with Ming and the guys last night.
Right on. We can only hope.
Yeah.
But
I did get close enough to see his baby blue, so he's got to be in his 70s.
Barry's in his 70s, I think.
For sure.
Was the dude next to him? Was that his son?
I don't know. I didn't
Or just
ask.
a handler?
I don't know.
He looked like he might
could have been
certainly
his son.
could have passed for his kid. Yeah.
They did tell me that the vehicles they had there were actually screen used, and the ones that Barry was on in the movie. So the motorcycle
saves those. You got
where do those? Yeah.
Fans.
What warehouse? Yeah, I guess you're right.
A fan probably found it in a garage someplace.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I didn't know what this is.
Some production assistant took it home.
Well, it's like, did you guys ever hear the story of like the Death Star
you
model?
Did. You talked about that on Our Town Podcast Extraordinaire.
Yeah.
Available on all streaming platforms.
Yes, you can find. Well, I honestly, I've been telling people they should definitely, if you like podcasts, definitely listen to wherever you want to listen. But if you want to see us, you got to go check out the YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, got to go to the YouTube channel.
We got to get more subscribers on the YouTube channel, man.
Yeah, we're almost to 1,000. And when
if
we get 1,000 subscribers,
he's gonna get a pickle tattooed on his back.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna be a pickle.
No,
I'm liking the microphone look for Mike. But
you know what? A shotgun
Mike, if you want to
cool.
get a flaming pickle, I'm
How about
all
a
favor,
shotgun mic that's shooting a zombie?
You know what? Having Mike hold the shotgun mic like it's a gun.
Yeah.
A tattoo of yourself.
I have
That's
way better
Steve-O
trigger discipline in real life than I do mic discipline.
Steve-O did do
even
that.
though I do this for a living. Kind of.
Charles, Steve-O did do that.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Mike could get his
with the tattoo in
there.
He got his face. He got a tattoo of
it's
something
wonderful.
like this.
It is. It's one of the best things ever in human history.
Yeah.
It is. And then he's getting one. Isn't like in the movie? I think isn't Henry Rollins driving?
Okay, yeah. I think it was the first one where they did like off-road tattooing.
Yeah.
And
it's insane.
So is this a Jackass
Henry
thing?
Rollins was driving an H1 Hummer.
Yeah.
Steve-O was in the backseat getting tattooed a star on his arm.
And it's just like,
and they're on an off-road track. So he's like,
it's a bloody mess. It's awful, but it's really good comedy.
Yeah,
so that counts for something. Always has.
I mean, he's a legit clown. He went to clown college.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh.
He went to what college?
You're saying Steve-O did.
College.
Yeah.
Clown college.
It's an actual thing.
That's
I've heard about it.
It's got to be in France, right?
Which is different than mime college.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
Actually, I think it's a subset.
I don't know.
Jeez.
I think mime is a part of clown college. Because it's an actual accredited class, too, I think.
I could
you
see
learn
that,
how to be a mime. You learn how to do all the different things that clowns do.
Yeah.
And he actually went to school to become a mime.
Nice.
I went to school to learn to be depressed.
If it weren't for all the drugs Mike did.
There's a lot
but we won't talk about that.
Were you guys expecting this?
My goodness, this is like a furry convention coming through. Right
well, and I can tell that I'm further out of touch than I like because a lot of the costumes I don't
know. I know. It's mostly the anime stuff. I know you do a little more anime than I do.
What's that?
You do a little more anime than I do, right?
Well, I do Naruto.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's I read the books. Thanks. Anime. Because I didn't have a TV, and I still don't have a TV. So I missed out on all the, cartoon stuff for the most part. Although I guess they have this thing called streaming now, so I suppose
that you might be able to pick up on it.
Tune the fuck in.
Do a little fishing in the stream.
But I really do, for stuff like that, I prefer the written, because you can pause when you want to pause. You can kind of read at your own pace.
Yeah.
And they tend to just have, like, the most heart-pounding cliffhangers. It's just amazing. So...
Yeah.
I really like that. Naruto and Dragon Ball Z is the king of the cliffhanger.
Oh, man.
Right?
All I get out of Dragon Ball Z is just battling. Fighting.
Yeah.
All I know from Dragon Ball Z is that, like, in every scene where there's a massive explosion, somebody says, "Oh, good thing everybody got out safe." That way there was no death.
It's like the Zorro serials back in the day, right?
Yeah.
He falls into the cave and, oh my God, how is he ever going to survive?
Got to come back next week.
Yeah.
Speaking of animes and stuff, I started watching Skull Island on Netflix last night.
What's Skull Island?
It's an animated show about King Kong and Skull Island.
Oh, jeez.
So,
is that brand new?
Brand new. It just released on Friday.
Jeez. What channel is that on?
Netflix.
Oh. Didn't hear a word about that.
Man, I didn't either.
Just came out, yeah.
Huh. Yeah, no, Skull Island's a rough joint. I think once in a while I think my neighborhood's shitty, and it is.
Yeah.
But Skull Island's rough.
Dude, they get shipwrecked on Skull Island. These two teenagers are like on the beach just trying to figure out what happened and where they're at. And next thing you know, like these gigantic like buffalo-sized crab are coming out of the sand and trying to catch them.
Man,
and they're like, "What's going on?" And they're running around. And
I prefer Danger Island from Banana Splits. Remember that with Jan Michael Vincent?
Yeah. Jan Michael Vincent. Oh my God, that's great. Yeah, where's that guy?
He died like 3 years ago.
Oh, did he? Oh, bummer.
Yeah.
Well, there you are.
Yeah.
Jan Michael Vincent?
Yeah.
Oh, he's been, a long time ago.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Like 3 or 4 years ago.
I know he got in a lot of motorcycle accidents and had some...
Yeah, that guy did fine. He really did. Airwolf.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
well,
no.
he
did fine
off.
until he didn't do fine.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. I'm noticing a poster of Six String Samurai on the wall up there, which is pretty awesome.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. No, I saw that movie. That's a really good movie.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
It's
Beastmaster.
right behind you, Todd. Oh, I see a poster for Our Town Podcast Extraordinaire.
Yeah, well, the Gong Show coming up in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, July 8th, man.
Soon you'll be making another run.
Well, that's the Love Boat.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
I actually brought a poster, but I don't know what I did with it.
He put it on the wall.
He put it on the wall.
No, he's the nicest man of all time. You're back in the well.
Oh, look at that. I'm not facing the wall, so I can't see it. So.
That's all right. We'll fill you in.
And you're not a parent, so you don't have to have eyes in the back of your head like the rest.
Yeah, I know.
Because they're constantly lurking behind you.
The closest thing I ever was to a parent is I had a cat for 12 years.
Oh, well, I'm glad to hear that. Well, I like cats.
Kind of, but not really the same.
Yeah. We're not going to talk about your dream catcher again, are we? Not really into that.
Oh, you mean that
good
dirty
radio,
shirt?
People. It's good radio.
my whatever the current dirty shirt that's being used as the catch rag, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Damn, I brought it up.
Yeah.
Hey, it's loud enough in here that no one's going to hear that.
What other games do they have on the Nintendo over there?
Well, I saw him playing Tetris yesterday.
Oh,
okay.
Tetris.
He got up to level 10. I don't think I've ever gotten that high on Tetris. He's got right now. It's got Arkanoid or Breakout.
Yeah.
And what are the other games you got? Super Mario,
Of course.
Top Gun,
No, jeez.
Marble Madness.
Oh, yeah.
Mega Man,
one of the all-time greats.
Is this all a Emilio thing, or
if you? I don't know.
It's yours.
Well, I can't tell if we have anybody watching. I can't see if there's a number on there or not. But yeah, man. I'm not sure when we're going to post this, but if you made it here to this convention this weekend, I hope you guys had as much fun as we're having. So.
Yeah, and if you're here, come by and say hello.
Yes.
Yeah. Hello.
Yes, you should.
Or come yell at us.
Also.
I can, if I can get, when I get the file, I can post it from my phone, if nothing else. So if we can get it posted today.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah, right on.
Yeah, they have tournaments happening here.
Yeah, no, they're going for it.
What?
You haven't seen anybody get mad and stomp off or anything, so everybody's getting along just fine.
Oh yeah. You would think there'd be at least one person who's like, this controller doesn't work.
Yeah, always the controller.
Hey, at least there'd be no danger of anything sinking here.
Yes, well, I guess that's true. Yeah, do you think Logitech Inc. took a hit after that? Or?
I sold a bunch.
I did a search for that controller on Amazon the day I found out about that controller. And people are selling it on Amazon for like $200 or $300.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, well,
that's ridiculous.
Why would you spend $300 on a controller that doesn't work all the time?
Well, we don't know if that was the issue.
I found 3 reviews saying that the controller consistently disconnects.
Yeah.
It's a wireless controller, and it's like 2.4 gigahertz, so it's probably getting interference from something else in the house.
Yeah, the guy just didn't bring enough AA's on the.
Oh man, it's rough. It's rough.
He's using rechargeable AA's, I bet. Well, it doesn't matter now.
Yeah. Really doesn't.
They're swimming with the fishes. See.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean there ain't a whole lot.
If there's anything left, I mean.
I don't know. There's always something.
I'm sorry, folks. I tend to use dark humor when it comes to tragic things like that. I made jokes at Challenger back in the day.
Oh no, that's too soon.
Huh?
Too soon.
Too soon?
Yeah.
I
went to Challenger Elementary, Todd.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well,
You have a purple phone. We have your phone.
Seriously though, I knew a handful of people that was what they kind of did to kind of be able to handle that. Just being able to make light or
sure.
make it lighten it up a bit.
Yeah, gallows humor.
It's
a coping mechanism for sure. No. I think that's well recognized. Whether or not it's a socially accepted coping mechanism, I guess, is the other question.
But it is a coping mechanism nonetheless.
Oh, certainly. Because, right? Humor's I don't know if it's exclusive to humanity, but it's one of our superpowers, right?
That and opposable thumbs, right?
Yes.
What is this guy coming through?
Pretty fucking cool is what he is.
Oh, that's Brian. Hey, Brian.
Yeah. Could you say a few words for the fans?
That would be, I should. How you doing, man?
How you doing? Yeah.
Yeah, I cosplayed yesterday and I was sweating up a storm. But yeah. So what are you dressed as today?
This is Farah from Overwatch.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Right on. I saw your photos of it last couple days. That looks really awesome. How long did it take to put this all together?
Over about 6 months period.
Oh, wow. That's cool. So
nicely done.
So
I guess
he's one of the organizers for King Con Northwest.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. And that's going to be at the same place that Red City Retro was. That's Brian.
Oh. I didn't recognize him with the...
Yeah, it's hard to recognize him with all the gear on, but yeah.
Did Brian. He do... was he Ash one year a long time ago?
Yeah.
Did he... Okay, all right, yeah.
I don't remember his last name off the top of my head, but he's a pretty big cosplayer. He likes to do that kind of stuff, and he has a company that helps people, like, do cosplay stuff, builds and like repairs and stuff.
Yeah, I still didn't catch what it's from.
Overwatch. Which
Overwatch 2, I think is what
giant
it was. Yeah.
MMORPG. It's huge.
It's a massive online game.
It's huge.
It's like a. Is it an online RPG or I thought it was like a
online shooter or something?
I think it's similar to like Fortnite where it's just
like a free for all kind of thing.
Drop in and just start shooting.
Man, it could be. I've never played it.
I've watched people play, but I've never played it myself.
Nice.
But yeah. Yeah, no, this setup here is very much what I would have liked to have had as a kid.
Oh, yeah.
I had the Nintendo when I was like 16. That was my first job. I got my first paycheck, bought myself one of those.
Whoa, what were you making? What kind of money were you making?
I was working at the Issaquah McDonald's, man. The first paycheck was just enough money to buy the Nintendo.
Wow.
Right on.
It's $120.
Man.
And like some change.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is the Issaquah McDonald's fancier than, say, the Renton McDonald's?
It's fancy now, but back then it was just a typical, like, everything was plastic kind of place.
Yeah.
All the seats and everything.
Yeah, I mean, we're old enough to remember, and McDonald's had playgrounds and bright colors and all that. Now they all look like Soviet block housing.
The playground, they had like the scorching hot.
Abandon all hope, ye who enter here.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
But I still like their fruit pies.
Yeah, fruit pies are pretty good.
Got the camera.
And the McFlurry. The Soviets, that's how we defeated the Soviets, was the McFlurry.
McFlurry.
Yeah.
If you can get it.
Yeah.
I discovered last time I went to like Dairy Queen to get a Blizzard. I was like, I always get like M&Ms and Oreo in my Blizzard because that
can't go wrong with either of those.
Oh man!
And they go, which way do you want? Do you want Oreos with M&M added, or do you want Oreos with, or you want M&Ms with Oreos added? I go, is there a difference? It's like, well, an M&M Blizzard has chocolate syrup put into it.
Fascinating.
So you get the extra jolt of sugar, I guess, from that.
I feel like you just gave some kind of behind the scenes secret.
Yeah, you look behind the curtain.
Yeah.
There's the wizard.
Who is the queen of the dairy?
We used to have a guy that used to milk the clock relentlessly, and we all called him on it. And one day at Goodwill, I found a shirt that was Dairy Queen. It was like an old crew member shirt. It was Dairy Queen, so we bought it for him and gave it to him. And started calling him the Dairy Queen whenever he was off, sitting in his van for a little while, milking the clock.
Wow.
Wow. Looking at you, Jim Miller.
So, are there any celebrities or guests here this weekend that you want to actually stand in line for?
Yeah, well,
I don't know. Jesse the Body. He's not way up on my list.
That'd be pretty cool. And Hills of Comics had those little figures.
They did. They had 3 of them.
3 of them.
Yeah, because that guy doesn't just have one of anything.
Yeah.
We should go by the Ventura booth and see what he charges for like an autograph at least.
Yeah. I guess it'd be like $70 or something.
I don't know. It's worth finding out because Bostwick was 50,
might be
right?
Cheaper because he's
I brought my own product, Jesse.
On anything.
Mr. the Body.
And he's like,
if Steve would give us a better discount than $5 off.
Yeah, no, he would.
Right?
Yeah, I've known
give you a
Steve
great
since
deal.
I was like 3 months old.
Oh, really?
That piece of shit.
Was he a high school guy too?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. No, I went all the way through with that guy.
Nice.
And John Hill, and I love him, and he's a big dude, man, and he was a big kid. But he tells to this day, he swears up and down that me and Steve Stewart, like, had him on the ground and were kicking him and shit. And me and Steve were just like, it's absolute fabrication. But he will just look at me dead serious, like it happened. It's like it didn't happen. That's a fabrication, dude. You're making that shit
He had a
up.
fever dream one night.
I'm not kicking anybody on the ground ever. A. B. You're my friend.
Well, if it was Roman Polanski on the ground.
Well, that's different. That's different.
You know, when we're done podcasting here, we should go over and play some Nintendo.
Sure.
The 3 of us.
Been a while.
There's some tables over there that have like NES Classics and Super NES and Genesis. You know, the newer ones that came out in the last 5 years. They're little tiny
little
ones,
pocket
about
ones,
this big. They
they're
have
amazing.
like 10 or 15.
Yeah, it's a hoot.
different
I
games
don't
in
know anything about what you kids in these newfangled video games.
Oh man.
Well, no, it was like I think it was like maybe 5 or 6 years ago that they did the Nintendo Classic, which is it looks like an NES. It looks just like that, except for it's like half the size, and it has like 90 games built in. It's not a cartridge-driven system.
Yeah, no, not now.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah. What about you, Todd? Is there any celebrities that you want to jump in front of?
If it wasn't for the fact that there's probably like tickets that are required to go back to see, I would love to go and see Grant Gustin, the Flash from CW.
Yeah, no, the guy does a great job.
He's in the back section. You have to have like VIP or whatever, or maybe I don't know.
You had to prepay for some of them.
Prepay for like it's not one you can walk up and say I just want to say hi.
Sure.
You could walk up to the guy who played the Flash in the 90s. I wouldn't talk to him for 5 minutes yesterday. He was a super nice dude.
Who's the guy who played Flash in the 90s?
Jonathan something. I can't remember off the top of my head.
All right.
Yeah, that's John Wesley
good
Shipp.
job. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And he played Barry Allen in the 90s, but he also played Barry's dad in the new
and did
series.
a great job. Yeah, I just can't
He
remember
also
what his
played
name
Jay Garrick
was.
as well.
Yeah.
Which is the alternate universe Flash.
Well,
Wish I liked the DC.
And Jay was the Silver Age
Silver
Flash?
Age,
Yeah.
He wore the hubcap hat.
Yeah, it's great. Oh, yeah. Yeah, with a
Mercury hat.
JSA. Yes.
Yeah.
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 That was a simpler time.
Yeah, for sure.
Not really. We had apartheid.
And I said, I was kind of bummed that he wasn't in the Flash movie as part of the all the
multiverse
stuff that they showed. He was like, well, if the movie does well, maybe I'll be in the next one. I was like, I would like to see that. I mean,
yeah, sure.
And
I don't know how getting actors from, television and their contracts and that union and getting them into. I don't know how much of a hassle it is for a movie producer.
Well,
but you see it a lot.
Berlanti managed to get a bunch of different people who had played superhero stuff in years past, like in all the something happened. Like in Supergirl, they had Helen Slater come back to play her Earth mom. She played Supergirl back in the 80s. Dean Cain played her dad, her Earth father.
Oh.
And in The Flash, they had John Wesley Shipp. They had Mark Hamill come back to play the prankster or the trickster.
Yeah.
They also had the lady who was in the original 90s series come back too. Everybody from the original 90s series came back at some point during the Flash's 9 seasons.
Huh. Geez, well, that's cool.
Yeah, that was one of the things I loved about the CW shows is because they kind of hinted at or at least nodded at the other shows.
Sure.
And
too. I don't know. I think that's not only good taste, but it also enables those older series to kind of get their a callback.
When I was talking to John Wesley Shipp yesterday, I said, that James Gunn should take a cue or two from Greg Berlanti, who did all the CW shows. Because he did all the superhero stuff proper, I think.
Sure, but it's also way more wholesome than James Gunn likes.
Yeah, I don't think James Gunn's going to do anything bad by the DC universe.
I don't think so either. But he's not into the family values thing as much as CW is, right?
Yeah.
It's like.
But hey, come on over.
Get over here. How are you,
dude?
Good to see you.
Got a local comedian, man.
Hi, how are you? Local comedian. I'm from the Northwest. It counts.
Yes, it does.
Hey,
come on, have a seat. Get over
here. Share this mic here.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, for you to move around.
Cozy.
Right on. Good to see you.
How you doing?
Mike.
Jeremy.
Good to meet you.
Yes.
Charles.
Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you, man.
So yeah.
What's the topic? Oh,
yeah,
that's true. What's the topic?
Just anything and everything, man.
We're just talking the convention, really.
Damaged.
What have you seen so far that you thought was cool?
This is wild. The tournament going here.
Oh, yeah.
I love watching the reactions from people. And I do like this setup here, where this is clearly the sports station. where it feels like somebody's garage, you know what I mean? Somebody's like living room, posted up. You don't have your wife nagging at you over the corner. It's you and your 700 friends, you and the boys,
beer stashed under the couch.
What have you guys enjoyed? Have you got a chance to look around?
A little bit. Yeah.
I actually went over and said hi to Barry Bostwick. Got a picture standing in front of the motorcycle in the dune buggy from Megaforce. Have you ever seen that movie? It's on. I think it's actually on Prime right now. You can probably watch it for free.
It's completely bonkers.
It is an awesomely bad 1982 movie about a secret army that it's like G.I. Joe, but with lots of spandex.
That 80s is up my alley. That's my language.
Yeah, which is kind of funny because it's Barry Bostwick, right?
Yeah.
And they're sort of centering that whole area that he's in around that movie.
Around
and I get it. I get that they have the vehicles and stuff, right? Sure. But it's Barry Bostwick.
Yeah, no, Spin City was what, 7 seasons?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, huge, right? And, a little thing called Rocky Horror fucking Picture Show, right?
There's got to be a vehicle from one of those two.
Yeah, you'd think so.
Properties that they could use.
Yeah.
I mean, they had the car that broke down in the beginning of Rocky Horror Picture Show, right? Why don't they have that?
Yeah,
no, man. Todd, write a letter.
How do you do?
Write a letter.
See, you've met my...
So
put it up for auction.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Isn't that tonight the Rocky Horror? Are they doing a live Rocky Horror Show?
Oh,
geez, I don't know. I saw one cosplayer of...
I've seen several cosplayers today doing
I saw Columbia,
characters.
I think they're doing a live presentation. I think Barry's going to be part of it.
Gee, that's great.
Dude,
that's cool.
I did get close enough to see his baby blues.
Dude, one of the things
still rocking.
at his booth, you can buy a pair of his tidy whities that are autographed.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah.
Pre-worn? Japanese vending machine.
You'd only want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was for $50 though. You could get a signed pair of tidy whities by Barry Bostwick.
I did see there's a gentleman doing cosplay of Giancarlo Esposito as Grand Moff Tarkin, right?
Right on.
Yeah, so I saw him. It's a great costume, and I was like, hey, did you get a chance to see him? Did you get in line? He's like, yeah. Not only did he see it, he asked me to make him one.
Oh,
so now those two are going to be a buddy comedy film, a buddy cop movie.
Yeah.
Dude.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, I saw that guy
that's
and initially
amazing.
thought it was actually Giancarlo.
No,
and then I go, as I got closer, I was like...
And he's one of the best actors living. He really, that guy's amazing.
Yeah.
That guy's
He's somebody
amazing.
I want to see.
Yeah.
And Lawrence Fishburne's former roommate.
Oh, really?
I didn't know that.
You can't go wrong there.
Yeah.
I did go over and say hi to, I can't remember his name now, but the guy from The Mandalorian and Kim's Convenience.
Oh, Paul Sun-Young Lee.
Yeah, that guy's
Yeah,
super
that's
cool.
great.
My people.
Right. Comedian?
Oh, are you Canadian?
The rare Korean Canadian.
He's right up there with Eric Bauza.
Who's Eric Bauza?
He's a voice actor. He does like Bugs Bunny and Porky
Gee, that's
Pig.
a
And
good-
Man, chalk it up for the Canadians.
he's from Toronto even. His same hometown as Paul.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got gigs coming up? What do you got? What's your schedule looking like?
Actually, what's been weird is that living in Seattle, two of the biggest clubs, the Comedy Underground and the Parlor, are no longer functioning, right? And so that's 2 paychecks gone.
Bummer.
Quarter, those are things you just count on. Every quarter you get one of the, right? Also, your whole weekend's planned. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you show up, you get a free meal, you feel like a champ, right?
Yeah.
It's gone. And so now there's a lot of side gigs and breweries and things like that.
The
weird thing that's kind of popped up is with COVID, a lot of people, are still not comfortable going on crowds, so private shows. So that's what I've got lined up is you make more money from private shows than you do from an entire weekend. You get the rest of your weekend free. So it's been a weird.
And you're not doing comedy in front of everybody else is a comedian. You're like,
But there's still comedy venues in Seattle though, right?
There's way more, weirdly. But when those two closed, now a bunch of smaller ones have opened up.
All right.
Which is wonderful actually for young comedians. It's terrible for old hacks like me. You know what I mean? Because now we have to do 6 or 7 small gigs to get the same paycheck as one weekend at the Parlor, right?
Oh my God.
Have you gone to the Super Funny Comedy Club down in Tacoma?
Yeah, I wish I could do it more often, but I live out in the boonies, and it's a haul. But yeah, absolutely. Nate's the man. It's great. I do probably need to start doing that club more often. It's just me being lazy and not wanting to.
He actually has a podcast studio as well.
Oh yeah. He's a big deal. Yeah. I live in Sammamish, so whenever I'm in Seattle, young comedians, we'll be like, I'm like, I got to go home early. Like, come on, Grandpa, stay and have a couple more drinks. And I'm like, well, you're just gonna have 6 more drinks and then wander 4 blocks on Capitol Hill. I got to go back to Sammamish.
Right.
And they're like, oh, you have a farm? I'm like, where the hell do you think I live? They have no clue where Sammamish is. I think they think Snohomish or something. You know what I mean?
How many goats do you have?
How many goats do you think I know? Yeah, exactly. Whatever's gonna make this conversation go faster. 4 goats. Let's go.
I just recognized you have a phantom ring on.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Is that from when that movie came out?
Yeah. This is
I used to have one of those, man. Those
like
are
Billy
awesome.
Zane Phantom.
Nice.
Oh man.
This is I'm old. I'm from an era where all these giveaways and things like that were not normal. Were not common. It was highly unusual for a movie to have a giveaway. So the Phantom was one of the first ones to ever have like a giveaway,
That's awesome.
and nobody cared.
Yeah.
No one cared. I stacked these rings up not for value, but just because I thought they were awesome. And then it was another like 10, 15 years before movies started giving giveaways again. Bizarre to what it's become now, where you can't go to a blockbuster premiere now or any movie without people being like, "You want 13 posters?"
Yeah, I actually got to go to a screening of the Pixar movie Elemental, and they were giving away like these little tiki things, and I was like, and the movie was actually
a free vial of mercury.
Was it good? Did you like it?
I enjoyed it. It was. I mean, every single Pixar movie, I'm going to fucking cry. There's no question. There's going to be one section.
No spoilers.
I'm not going to tell you what happened because honestly, I don't remember really much of the movie, but I remember I really liked it.
So I joined this crypto scam called Vivi, and I bought an Elemental poster NFT for $30. I just saw it's now on the market for like $4, and I'm wondering if it's because the movie's not out yet, or people are just over. I don't know if I made a horrible decision or I'm just waiting, biding my time, and that movie comes out.
Right?
It's $30.
Yeah.
It was $1,400.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, at least it wasn't a Trump trading card.
No.
I would love one of those.
Yeah.
I would just to have the cash.
I don't want to pay anything for it, but I want.
I know I'd pay for it. I would get it's something I don't believe in. That's fine. I'll get a Che Guevara one.
Right.
just to be like someone's gonna want it at some point.
At some point,
like, Bert Kreischer owning Hitler's teacup.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I'd rather have someone that basically understands the vehemence of it than someone that really wants it. Than someone that loves that thing. Right?
Oh, my lips touch where his touch.
God.
Have you seen Bert Kreischer's movie?
Yeah,
The Machine?
great.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh my God.
I've seen the comedy bit, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's way. Everyone that's seen it says the same thing. Even people that don't like Bert, it works well. And Mark Hamill works.
Sure.
Like, you never think of Luke. You never think of Joker.
Nice.
He's 100% Bert's dad. It's
Nice.
really good.
That's great. Who doesn't like Bert? Who doesn't like that guy? Come on. Yeah.
I think it's because he's kind of crass and he doesn't wear a shirt.
Yeah, I think he's
Well,
great.
it's
He's
the
just being him,
body
man.
shamers.
I
It's
know,
the
how
popularity
dare they.
thing, right? As soon as people
Yeah,
get,
well,
start
that's
getting some
true, too.
semblance.
Yeah.
He's a
That's very
sellout.
true.
I've also said that, like, I don't have a dad bod. I have a Kreischer bod. Except for I do prefer to wear a shirt.
And plus, he wakes up in the morning and gets a Jack and Coke.
Right, exactly. On the treadmill. He's a wild man. Like, he's not a lazy dude. Like, he's a super active guy. He just likes to be hammered 12 hours a day. Check and respect.
Got it. He's honest about it, right?
Did you guys know that Bert Kreischer is the inspiration for Van Wilder?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that.
Did not know that.
He is Van Wilder. He spent like 7 years at Florida State, like
Nice.
Tommy Boy.
Nice.
And at some point, Playboy named him like the #1, you know what I mean? Like college guy. He just didn't want to leave. Why would you?
And he got Ryan Reynolds to play him, basically.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, and Bert actually talks about it in one of his specials, and he said that he went to all these different production companies and movie companies to want to make this movie, and everyone said, no, we're not interested. And like a year and a half later, the company came out with, Van Wilder came out with that movie. He's like, that's my story.
Oh, man.
But he goes, I'm not gonna, what am I gonna do? I don't have the the lawyers and the whatever to fight it.
He didn't patent being a college party boy loser.
Yeah.
So like, what's he gonna do? Go to court
right.
against National Lampoon?
This is my life. Have you guys seen the new season of Black Mirror at all?
I haven't. No.
There's a episode where this lady's life basically becomes a Netflix show, and because she signed the agreements with Netflix to be a Netflix subscriber, and nobody reads that. It's kind of like when Kyle signed his life away to Mac on South Park.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that sounds like it sounds like.
So they make a whole show about her life.
Who signed their life away on South Park?
Kyle did with the Mac agreement.
When he signed the Mac agreement, then he became part of the human sent iPad. He's like, Kyle, should I drink the cuttlefish
or the vanilla paste?
Or the vanilla paste. Vanilla. He's like, oh, okay, I'll eat the cuttle. No. Yeah.
So dumb.
And what's great is the guy in front like has violent diarrhea.
So bad.
In Kyle's face.
So bad. And they've been doing it for 20-something years too. It's just
they're on their 26th season right now.
Oh my God.
Have you guys seen the was it 6 Days to Air? They have a documentary about how they do an episode in 6 days.
I haven't seen it.
I think it's on Netflix.
Yeah. It's fascinating. Well, they basically put together a boot camp, and you've got to kick an episode out. And they hire top-level writers like Bill Hader, and right?
Sure.
And so these are legitimate celebrities and creative talents on their own. And they said it's almost like Saturday Night Live, where they crank you out, and if you're not producing, you get fired. But they're such nice guys that they don't tell you.
Oh,
like
man.
They're just kind of like, like, well, it was great meeting you, and you're like, wait, what? Like, we've hung out and written 14 episodes together for 8 weeks straight, and now it's just like, good meeting you. See, like, am I fired? Like, too nice to fire.
Well, it sounds like maybe like they just treat the guy like Milton from Office Space.
Right.
Just stop paying him. He'll figure it out.
They'll figure it out.
Oh, but he doesn't.
Move him down to the basement.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh man.
Well, I don't know how long would it be recording.
They said to go for whatever, man. He's
I
trying to
guess
fill
so.
up space.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
How long guys have been recording?
I don't know.
Our typical show is 90 minutes. Yeah.
Usually, yeah.
And we can blather. I'm telling you, it's a
No
gift
problem.
curse. Who knows?
But
This is an event.
yeah, no, we record every week at the Civic Theater in Renton.
Yeah, you done comedy down there?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
No, he was actually the comedy for the Renton City Retro.
Oh yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Now I remember.
Monica Nevi, who runs the Renton City, this is the Renton Civic Center. I was the performer the first time she ever watched comedy. At Giggles, which no longer exists. Yeah. And she was in the front row, and she was turning to a friend and saying something along the lines of, oh, that was really good. You know how you do. You're just going, whatever. And I thought she was just talking, being like, this guy sucks. And I started trashing her.
Oh, shit.
She's the first. Here she was, like, trying, you know what I mean? Like, just innocently being like, this is great. Well, I'd love to go into comedy. And being like, look at this broad.
You'll rue the day. I really liked her act until.
She looked, when she was a baby, she was like 21. She looked exactly like Natalie Portman.
Oh.
And so I had to make comment of that. But here I am getting heckled by Natalie Portman.
It's the anti-heckle, right?
Anti-heckle, yeah.
Being nice to you.
Great job. What did you say to me?
She's the best.
I still think my favorite response to a heckler was by Dana Carvey. I saw him at the Moore back in like the early 2000s, late 90s, and somebody in the mezzanine level was like, no. You can't hear anything they're saying. They're yelling, and he stops doing the chop and broccoli bit and goes, "What? I don't come to Jack in the Box and interrupt you while you're trying to make a milkshake."
Nice.
Man.
And I was like, holy shit! Boom.
Yeah.
It's the classic that never fails.
Yeah. Nope.
Stock line that never fails.
I think
back to bed.
That's like a go-to for a lot of comedians, though. Something along those lines.
Classic NES right here.
Yeah. Old school television with
Arkanoid.
yeah.
Arkanoid.
Which is
Arkanoid,
harder than you
Breakout.
remember.
Oh, it's way hard. Yeah. There was, I think it still exists, but there was an early YouTube channel of like millennials and Gen Z just making fun of NES and how all of us old idiots in our stupid 8-bit games. and not a single one of them got past the first level on any games. And by the end of it, they're heated. They're frustrated. They're like, I just want to beat one level. Like, welcome to our rules. This is why we succeed. This is why we overcome.
We try too hard.
Even our fun was torture. Like, we know how to work a soul-sucking job.
We didn't have a tutorial video.
We even threw away the instruction booklet. Like, get to work.
I don't need that.
Dude, I was telling someone yesterday that I remember spending hours like trying to beat Metroid, and that was back in the day when they didn't have like save games. You had to write down a code after you beat a level.
Sometimes they were like 24-digit codes. It was mad.
It was like an 18 or 22-digit code, and I was just about to jump on the platform to cross over the exit, and my mom unplugged the Nintendo.
Oh man,
Mom.
That's how houses get burned down, Mom.
To this day, I can't stand, like, I still have, like, flashback moments of you finally beat a level, and you have to get a piece of paper and write down the code. There's no save system. And zeros and O's are indistinguishable. And so you print out 24 letters that you hand wrote with a crayon, and then you're like, what? And you have to just, now it's like an indecipherable, all the zeros and O's created like 72, you know what I mean, exponential component. You know?
I remember having that happen where there was like 6 zeros or O's in the entire thing. I'm like, which ones are which?
Oh my God.
He's typing it in. Suddenly he's connected to the National Defense computer.
Launch code engaged.
Wait, there was a movie about that, right?
War Games. When War Games came out, Reagan's advisors basically were like, Reagan's advisors basically like asked their defense teams and basically said, "Is this possible?" And they were like, "Could be." And they're like, "Well, get on it." And legitimately, like 2 months later, as a Star Wars program, like had its foundations.
Ferris Bueller's
like to play
War Games. War Games.
Ferris Bueller's War Games. Dude, I remember watching that movie going, wow, that's neat. You can actually talk to another computer using a phone line?
Yeah.
Right.
And that was like that was like a 300 baud modem. It was one of the ones that you put the receiver on the modem.
Yeah.
And just spit clicks at each other.
That was like the days of like when you were like recorded songs off the radio.
Right.
Just holding one.
Just
waiting for the next song.
Waiting for that one song to show up and hope that the DJ doesn't say anything in the beginning of the song.
Right.
Yeah.
Or
talking
the
over the bumper.
Don't ruin this by telling me which venues in Seattle are having happy hour. Just get to TLC and move on.
or the random fact about the band that no one knows apparently, but everybody knows because But
I did go watch Jesse Ventura talk.
Right on.
How was that?
All right.
That was great. It was great. He told him and Roddy Piper were big stars in the when the Northwest had a pretty big territory, right? And it died, but it was Pacific Northwest was one of the bigger wrestling. I'm a big wrestling fan, right? And now it's been replaced by Defy, which is now bringing it back. And Defy has been sending guys and gals into AEW and WWE who are now becoming champions.
Right on.
And so he was, so he talked about that legacy and how he was part of it. Wow. And a lot of times they'd ask him questions. He's like, that was 50 years ago. He's like, you know more about it than I do. Why is there a blog article somewhere? Believe that guy. Which is such an awesome way to answer it.
Did anybody ask him any conspiracy questions?
Oh, that would have been great. You know what? Somebody should have. But again, most people are genuine fans. So they're asking him really deep, nerdy, in the weeds, like, what was it like on X-Files? Or what was it like on Predator, right? And the funny thing I think was great was nobody wanted to go political, which I think was fantastic because he went real political, real hard, and was basically like, if we supported independence, I would beat both Trump and Biden. If that's how we solve America's problems, vote for. And dead serious.
Nice.
I love it. Still that guy.
Yeah, no, I like that guy.
How
I saw
old is
Roddy
he
Piper live at the old arena, the Mercer Street Arena, which was cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah. No, Northwest Wrestling was bloody.
Yeah.
I mean, those guys were working. Yeah.
I still want to go over and say hi to him, and I want to ask him if he would ever bring back the conspiracy theory TV show. Did you guys ever watch that?
No, I don't remember him having a conspiracy.
I remember the show, but I never
was,
watched it.
It was Ancient Aliens before Ancient Aliens was Ancient Aliens.
Yeah.
It was genuinely good, and I'm not a conspiracy person at all, right? I usually scoff at him. I'm just whatever, right? Because now I used to work in D.C. for the Clintons, and so if people had any idea how inefficient government was, there'd be no conspiracies. You couldn't plan a goddamn birthday party in D.C. without 50 people getting involved and everything falling apart and getting it on the wrong date. That's how our government works. That's how every government works, right? And ours is just getting everybody involved, and that's how democracy is, right? And you can't get anything done. You can't get 400, 500 people on board. You know what I mean? It just they don't even
you butcher kids for adrenochrome in a pizza fucking parlor. Right? It ain't happening, bro.
But there are those types of things that do happen, and they just happen. There's no conspiracy, and the big thing is no one's even lying to us anymore. They just happen. You know what I mean? Like, no one's lying. That's just the way it is, right? But I thought this one episode was fascinating where Ventura asked George Bush Sr., and you know what I mean? And he's still a statesman, you know what I mean? It's like you're always going to be the former president, just like you're always the former champion of the world as a boxer, right? And so he asked him, where were you when John F. Kennedy was shot? And he's like, I don't really remember. That's the head of the CIA.
That's the most suspect thing I've ever heard in my life.
Exactly. Mentally ill people, children, animals knew where they were.
Everybody remembers.
When JFK was assassinated.
It's like when the towers got hit, right?
The towers got hit. Exactly.
Everybody knows.
That's the baseline that we use to get it. And you're the head of the CIA, and you're like, scratching your head like that was a long time ago. That blew my mind. That's when I was like, oh God, come on. Now I got to start believing the Earth is flat. Damn it.
Did you ever see that Flat Earth documentary on Netflix?
Which one?
The one that had the guy from like Whidbey Island talking.
No.
Oh man, it's Beyond the Curve, I think is what it was called. And they spent $40,000 on this device that's supposed to measure the movement of the Earth, and they thought they were going to be able to use that device to prove that the world is flat. And the device did exactly what it was supposed to, showing that the Earth is actually moving in a basically disproving their own theory. And they also did one of those things where you take two boards with holes in it and you put a light through it, and if there's a curve to the light's not going to go through both holes. It's going to hit below or above.
Right.
And they did that, and it also failed.
Yeah.
And
I have actually watched YouTube videos, which I don't know why they don't take them down, but it's a bunch of those people getting together and being like, so here's some BS experiment I found in my kid's school. And then they do it, and you watch in live time as their whole flat world crumbles in front of them as that experiment works exactly the way it's supposed to. And like, I have some calls to make. Like, why would you leave that video up?
Got calls to make and booze to drink.
Yeah. Guess I got to change my will.
So recently, a video started recycling on TikTok that came out like in 2007 on YouTube. This woman recording in her backyard. She has a sprinkler going, and of course, when the sun's out and the sprinkler's going, you see a rainbow, right? That's just how that works. And she's like, what are they putting in our water to make this happen?
I've seen that one. There's chemtrails in the water now.
Oh, my God.
Man.
It was like, they're putting it in our water.
Yeah, not feeling good about
they're
it.
trying to convert us,
And you can go, and go to Khan Academy on your phone and learn just about any fucking thing you want.
I got to say, the rainbow chemtrails are there to make you gay, so.
Yeah. Oh, my God, it hurts.
This is actually a perfect time for a plug. So,
all right.
Yeah, this will love this. Yeah. So before COVID, so my background was working with celebrities and professional athletes on severe autoimmune disease and rare conditions, because things that they can't talk about, right? Yeah. So we had to keep everything quiet, because the second the public finds out you have any particular illness, the public perception changes, your management drops you. It's a nightmare for them, right?
Wow. Yeah.
And same thing with all these professional athletes. They made millions of dollars, and now they're spending every penny giving it back just to live like a normal person again. They just destroyed their bodies for the sake of our entertainment, right? And so all the people that I've been teaching and lecturing with are now becoming regulars on Dr. Oz and Oprah and New York Times bestsellers, right? And these people are quantifiable geniuses. They are MacArthur Fellowship Grant winners. You know what I mean? Like noted geniuses, right? And nobody gave a crap. No one gave a crap, right? Until COVID happened. and then suddenly the media is scrambling like, oh my God, everything is wrong. Does anybody know anything about this? And these people like, I've been the lead researcher for 35 years at Baylor University, so maybe me, right?
Yeah. Oh
and so
my
even
God.
my roommates from college and my best friends and childhood friends will see me on hear me on a podcast or see me on TV and be like, dude, I didn't know you knew him. And I'm like, I've known him 24 years.
Yeah.
I mean,
You haven't been paying
he's a
attention,
well-known.
bro.
Oprah didn't find this guy at a movie theater. Like, this guy's been doing high-level medical research for 30, 40 years. You know what I mean? In obscurity, he's just happy people are looking at his research again, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm very happy that he got famous 3 months ago. That's wonderful for him and his family. This guy's already been a big deal.
Yeah.
And women that
No,
I've
he
worked-
just answered a Craigslist ad.
Right, exactly. And women that I've worked with who have traveled the globe, regarded as just the highest level of medical personalities, right? That are on Nobel Prize boards, and then they come back to America, and now they're just a chick in a skirt. And she's like, I have to go put on a skirt like a OnlyFans girl to go get funding.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I go to Italy, and they're like, oh my God, this is the information we've been needing. I come back to my own country, and America, we're just dum-dums, right?
Yeah.
And
Can you get some fake boob implants?
Exactly, yeah.
It's like,
Then we'll right?
200 IQ.
Exactly. And so the website is Everything You, Everything YOU,
right.
and the podcast is called Everything You Know Is Wrong.
All right.
And it's basically all these people that basically said, I've been saying for 30 years, blah, 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 blah. And here's a good example. A lot of people don't know this, right? 85 to 90%, this is not hyperbole, 85 to 90% of vitamin C sold in this country is not vitamin C. It's a chemical derivative. It's a synthetic chemical derivative.
Yeah.
Part of vitamin C, and that extraction is usually from China. So 85 to 90% of vitamin C sold in this country is not vitamin C. And ascorbic acid is not bad, right? There's nothing wrong, but it's not what you think it is, right?
Yeah.
And it's
I thought it was just Chunky Tang.
It's Chunky Tang, exactly what it is. It's Chunky Tang, right? Sold by Chinese.
That was my
dirty-
nickname in high school,
With
actually.
Chunky Tang? I want that. Well, you gotta get a t-shirt. And so now, when you say things like that, it sounds racist or xenophobic, and it's like, it's not. Ever since COVID exposed, we get 90% of our pharmaceuticals, 90% of our medical
Sure.
equipment. It's a problem, and it's a mess, right?
Yeah.
And so it's if we continue to keep doing that, then we deserve exactly what we get. I was horrified
Yeah.
when I found out that we got 90% of our medical supplies from China.
Yeah.
I was like, if you told me 60%, I'd be like, burn all of Congress to the ground. 60%?
Yeah.
90?
No, because we got sold out. We got sold out.
We got sold out to
And very inexpensive manufacturing doesn't benefit us as a
ruins
populace.
us.
Right.
And God forbid
But-
China decides they're
Yeah.
done with us, which is totally
Yeah.
reasonable.
Yeah.
If they we're not dealing with your nonsense anymore, we don't produce scalpels or medical tubing in this
Yeah.
country. That is a nightmare,
You
right?
know, it's silly.
Exactly.
It's silly.
And so
Yeah.
these people are
And we pretend that we can't.
We pretend
You know
that
what
we
I mean?
can.
I mean, it would take so long to retool, and
That's the lie. That's the lie they
I could have
do.
sworn during the
Yeah.
Second
Chain
World
and all
War,
that.
we
Yeah, exactly,
retooled everything
exactly.
in like 3 months.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything.
Everything's
Yeah,
like-
when FDR showed Churchill the production possibilities that the United States had,
Yeah.
Churchill basically shit his pants and was like,
Yeah.
you guys want to be in charge? No problem.
Yeah. You're on our side, right?
I didn't know that Eisenhower invented the term military-industrial complex.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, and his farewell address is amazing.
It's amazing.
It's something that we should listen to often.
Between that and Mr. Rogers in front of Congress,
Oh,
just play
right.
that for children
Yeah.
over and
Yeah.
over again. They'll
Yeah.
learn every lesson they need.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So
Yeah.
so that's what it is kind of bringing those things out and telling people, again, with conspiracy, I'm like, there's no conspiracy. These are the facts. I wish that wasn't true.
Sure.
I wish we didn't get that, but the fact that they are, guess what? Why don't you be in the 10% instead of the 90%? That helps Americans, that helps the middle class,
Yeah.
it helps our economy.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
And it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
saying no China, no China. It's just saying
Not
let's
all.
be more self-reliant as a culture and let's
Yes.
also produce better things for our people.
Well, and we know that, we do have regulatory systems that keep pollution from getting into streams and
Yep.
blah, 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 blah.
Right.
A lot of other places don't.
Right.
So by
Bingo.
onshoring, manufacturing and all these
Cars,
other
automotives.
systems, et cetera. It's
Yeah.
like, in the long run, it's just a better bet for everything.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
Yep.
it's a no-brainer.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and I mean, the Biden administration just threw hundreds of billions of dollars at exactly that.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Like our manufacturing has grown at the highest rate.
This is the life, man.
This is the life. Right on.
I love it. You got the Sega
Man, we got to go to the beer garden.
Yeah, I know.
That guy reminds me. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's the longest I've been sober. I got to call Bert.
Is he your sponsor?
Yeah. Reverse sponsor. Like, Mike, you're slipping. I'm really concerned.
You're slipping. It's hard. It's way past noon.
I mean, you're in a tenuous situation. Get to a safe place.
Right.
Like Lucky Liquor. The best punk rock bar in the Seattle area. Thank you.
Where is it?
Oh, it's in, well, they call it Tukwila, but it's kind of Georgetown.
Okay.
Shows 4 days
How
a
do they
week.
call that Tukwila?
Because it's on the map, it's Tukwila. Because
Really?
Tukwila is surprisingly huge. As far as the footprint that is Tukwila,
Tukwila
it really
actually
does.
goes a little bit
So
north
is it
of
at the
the
Industrial zone, it's on East Marginal. Like, remember where Randy's was? Okay,
Yeah.
it's just kitty corner from where Randy's was.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it was the annex.
Where the grocer factory used to be,
the big AG is on airport.
Okay.
I'm getting news they stopped recording 20 minutes ago.
Oh, good.
No,
We just talking, man. We just talking.
And who would blame them?
Well, when I got up to turn off my phone, I noticed that we are around an hour, so we've been chatting for about
Yeah, and
an hour.
where's the comic dads? They keep dropping in and dropping out.
They're around if they're around.
Yeah.
If they're not here, they're over doing like a panel with somebody.
Oh, there you go.
They're-
Well, I
they-
mean,
they're the ones that
they're
run the
not
panel.
pushing us out of here.
I'll go grab them for you.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah. Grab
Absolutely.
Egypt
Right on.
or
Yeah.
Andrew. Yeah.
Right on.
right on.
Now
Thanks
we're
for
talking.
chatting with us, man.
Volare.
So, well, yeah, that was cool.
So how about
Glad he
those
stopped by
Mariners?
and said hi. You know.
Gotta figure out how to sit in this couch comfortably.
So
There we go.
How's that?
There
Nice.
we go.
we
Just
can.
gotta balance the weight.
Right
I think if we spread out a little bit more, maybe it evens out the air on in the
Yeah.
Boing, boing, boing. I like it though.
Makes for easy cleanup after the show.
This couch is not meant for a single fat man. It's
Well, gotta.
if I sit in it, it just sinks down.
Oh, found them.
Ah, there we go.
There we are.
There they are.
Yeah. Yeah, Andrew's children are like twice as tall as I am. It's disturbing.
Right. Yeah. Troy is huge
Yeah.
now. Yeah. Egypt, get your bony
I
butt
know. What
in
a
here.
guy. What a guy. The man of action. The main
We got
attraction.
the gamer, the man.
I
the
know. How are
legend, Egypt.
Doing great. How are you guys doing? You guys enjoying the con?
Oh yeah.
Very much.
Oh.
So have you done any panels yet?
So Tommy did the
There you
first
go.
panel
We'll
of the
share.
day. We did Creed from The Office.
Okay.
Andrew has the Charmed Girls on the big stage coming up at 5. And then I have video games with Troy Baker at 5:30. So we're all actually doing solo panels for the very first time out of pretty much our entire Comic Dad's career.
Nice.
So I'm a little nervous because it's Troy Baker and it's Troy Baker.
Do me a favor. Get him to do the Joker laugh.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, you got
100%.
to.
If he doesn't do that, I fail. I will quit and retire from Comic-Con if I don't get this
met Troy
done.
Baker 10 years ago at Emerald City, and he was the nicest dude. And,
He seems really sweet.
Yeah. And he goes, well, that was right around the time he took over the Arkham games.
Yeah, that would actually be right around. Yeah, that must have been like his first year doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
And I was like, so Mark's not in the game? He's like, no, it's me.
It's me.
I was like, are you serious? And he did the voice. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, you win. So since I have you guys here, is everyone familiar with Troy Baker? Troy Baker is like one of the most decorated voice actors, and he's in every universe. He's in the Star Wars universe. He's in Marvel, DC. He's literally done everything, but he's mostly known for like I think a lot of people really found him when it was exactly what you're saying, like the Arkham series. Like when Mark Hamill stepped down from being the Joker, he was the replacement, and you almost can't tell the difference.
Yeah,
he's really good.
Legit, when I played that game, I was like, Mark's voice sounds weird.
Right? No, that's super on point. I'm going to pull up IMDb right now just so the boys, I want you guys to be involved in this too.
It sounds like Mark's Joker, but there's a slight difference in the voice. Only just a little bit. I mean,
just a little
you
bit.
have to be a voiceover nerd to even notice it, kind of thing.
And it's not possible not to have a difference, right? Unless
I mean, there are people that do voice matching, and that's all they do is they like do ADR for people
he's
that
right
can't
next to,
come in to
he's right next to
lines or
Bosworth.
whatever. So voice, yeah.
Just scroll through this really quick. Just scroll through this. It's
let it spin like the wheel on.
No, that's the stuff.
On that game show.
Ragnarok. That's a good gig. And I wonder, have you ever looked at what a contract for these guys looks like? Do they get residuals for each disc sold or anything like that?
On video games.
All right.
I believe so.
Yeah.
On games, I don't know.
I think it's a one payment thing, and that's what it is, unless you work it into your contract.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still, I bet it's a pretty good job.
I think for animation it might be different, but games, I think it's a one-time payment.
But yeah, it's pretty crazy how many different and that's just in the last that's literally the last 2 years, and it's just like Star Trek, Batman, Metal Hellsinger, God of War Ragnarok, Lego City Adventures. I didn't realize that he's in Legends of Vox Machina. That's going to be a question I'm going to have to bring up. Diablo and so did you watch the television series? So he was the mocap and voice of Joel originally in the games. So he was Joel in the games, and they obviously switched it up. And Pedro Pascal, man, chef kiss. I love that guy. Right. I love that guy.
Yeah, no, he's on top of the world right now.
Yeah, he's great.
He's the David Lee Roth of the modern era.
Wow, yeah. Well, come on in.
Come on, Andrew. He's so cute.
Trying to order food for the kiddo.
Oh, you're a good man. You're a good man.
All right, we'll talk. What do we got?
Oh, man.
We're talking about the panels.
Tell us about the panels you got going on. And
well, Egypt told you about what he's doing, right? Did he say what I'm doing?
I did mention.
Okay, so I'm doing the Charm panel, which we lost Shannon, but we have two of the sisters, and so I get to talk to them, and really with them and how big the fan base seems, it's give them some open-ended questions and let them talk. So much of this moderating panels is making sure you keep the focus where it belongs on the celebrities there, and ask them enough open-ended questions. If there's a little lull, pick up with a joke or pick up with something to get them back on track, and then turn it over the back half to the fans for Q&A, because the fans are there because they got questions,
Right.
So it's making sure you're on your time schedule and you're doing what you need to, and then go from there.
Yeah, and the balance between keeping the fans, making sure they feel like they are part of it,
part of the experience.
but also keeping the people that they're there to see feeling like they're being heard and given a chance to speak and all that. It's a balancing act.
It's not there to see us. It's nice for us to be on stage, but they're not there to see
You're
us.
just a bonus.
They're not going to the panel like, oh my God, the comic dads are hosting this one. I know I gotta be there. I wasn't gonna go see Larry Hama, but since
you gotta ask Rose what it was like working with Brendan Fraser on Monkey Bone.
Oh yeah, no, and ask them some of their favorites. Keep it fun stories that they like telling. Nobody likes to talk about jobs they didn't get or hit sore feelings, but ask them, hey, did you like working with this celebrity, or did you like this
Chris Kattan.
Chris Kattan?
That's right, yeah.
I don't know that anybody actually liked working with Chris Kattan. That seems a questionable topic to bring up. I mean, if you want to come and ask him how it was working with Chris Kattan, by all means.
I don't wish.
Fly me afterward.
I don't wish the anger of Rose McGowan on anyone.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna try to keep it light and fresh, because I know with some of the political topics, it's real easy to degenerate into something you don't want. And we're here at a Comic-Con.
Yeah.
You want to have fun. You want to talk about Charmed. You want to talk about their experiences.
Was it also on Charm?
Oh, there were a lot of great guest stars.
Man.
I'm gonna ask them who their favorite guest star was to work with. There is a long list of guest stars.
Now, this is Rose McGowan and Holly Marie Combs.
Yes.
Yeah, right on.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the two of them.
No Shannon.
No Shannon,
Alyssa.
no Alyssa. Okay.
But I mean, that,
do you talk to Alyssa occasionally?
I mean, I wish I would, but I still have a little who's the boss.
Yeah, I hear that.
I once had Alyssa Milano like one of my videos.
That's something.
Yeah, that is something. Oh, and actually, we know the cousin of Chris Kattan.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we all do. Eli from the Red House.
Is a cousin?
It's Kattan's cousin. So we retract any negative things we have ever said about Chris Kattan.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't even know.
I stand by my words.
I don't know what happened with Chris Kattan. I don't even understand why you guys.
I think he's adorable. Where's Corky Romano? Come on.
Yeah.
That's kind of a nice thing you get with Adam Sandler movies now. He's just like, hey, I want to talk to all my old buddies from SNL and make sure they're still employed, because I know some of them don't quite have the options I do. But now that he's got his production company, he's like, yeah, come on. He's single-handedly keeping Schneider's career alive, I think.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
I've got 6 degrees of separation from, 2 degrees of separation from Holly Marie Combs. I served omelets to Tom Skerritt, Picket Fences.
Yes,
that was a great show. Yeah. And Jack Black got his start on that show, I believe. He had a 2-episode arc on that show.
And I need to go, get 5 minutes of time with him before we get to the panel where I'm like, hey, is there any topics you want me to stay away from? I'm going to try to keep it light and easy, but what do you really want me to focus on? Is there anything you don't want me to say?
Yeah.
And play by those rules. You always want to make it fun for them too, because they're standing in lines doing meet and greet that never seems to stop sometimes, and they're stressed. That's why we bring them some Topo Chico. The beauty of utilizing our sponsorship.
Right.
And yeah, but I gotta feed these kiddos, so you guys keep talking and having
Thanks for
fun.
stopping in, Roman.
No worries. Always happy to.
Yeah. And we love Chris Kattan.
That's great. And he was in a movie with Richard Grieco.
He was in a movie with Richard. Is that Corky Romano?
No, it was with Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
What was the movie?
Yeah,
I'm doing the head bop.
Yeah. Oh my! It's silly.
Oh my God!
It's one of those Saturday Night Live movies where they have a 3-minute bit that's hysterical, and
then they make a whole 2-hour movie out of it. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous.
Like that's not 95 minutes worth of shtick, bro.
No, but they did it in their silky shark skin suits.
Oh, the Night of the Roxbury?
Night of the Roxbury. That's what it was. Yeah, Richard Grieco was in that. So.
Yeah.
Man.
Dude, the first time they did that bit, it was an episode that Jim Carrey was hosting, and he was the third guy doing the whole thing.
Oh no, it's great.
Nice.
Yeah, he's a maniac, but he's our maniac. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I would probably have a fanboy moment if I ever had an opportunity to see Jim Carrey, but I think also he would be like just one of the coolest people to talk to.
Yeah. And because he's a very intelligent and well-thought person. Yeah.
Yeah. But,
entertain us, Mike.
So what do you think, guys? Want to get back out there, or do you want to...
We want to go grab a quick bite, or
at
least a soda or something?
Yeah, let's go grab some foods.
Yeah.
All right, well, for the time being, signing off.
I think we're done for now.
Yeah, for now.
Yeah. Jeez, thank you kindly.
Please like, subscribe, comment, and share. And if you think this episode is worth $1 or $5, the boys would love to have it. Please go to ourtownpod.store for merch or to donate now. For less than a cup of coffee, you can also join the website in the member-only area for exclusive bonus content, vlogs, and more. It's just $3 a month or $30 a year. Thank you for listening to this production of Our Town Podcast Extraordinaire.